Oh, we're back. We're holding the microphone. You know what that means. We're calm, we're cool, we're relaxed, and I'm doing episode number 2 of Buy or Sell. This is a series where I go onto Twitter. I ask you guys for some hot takes about the Major League Baseball season, anything going on with your favorite team, player, league, anything you want to talk about. I want to see your hot takes. Tweet me at GiraffeNeckMarc because you can be a part of this series. The tweet is on the screen. Simple as this. Reply with your hot takes that you'd like to be featured in tomorrow's video of Buy or Sell. I tell you whether or not I buy or sell your take. The first episode did amazing. You guys hit like 6,000 likes, so if you want to continue to see Buy or Sell on this channel, make sure to hit the like button. We hit 4,000 likes again, we'll get you another Buy or Sell episode coming at you. Subscribe to the channel if you have not yet done so. We're almost at 200k. We're so close. The support's been amazing. Thank you guys so much. Get in the comment section down below. Let me know what you think about my takes, or let me know what takes you got. Maybe you'll be featured in the next video. Don't forget to follow me on all my social media, GiraffeNeckMarc, links in the description. And this episode is going to be sponsored by my podcast, the Mets Up Podcast. If you're a Mets fan, or if you like baseball and the Mets are a team you play, I highly suggest you listen or watch the Mets Up Podcast. Links to everything's in the description. Brand new episodes after every single series. So I've got my laptop down here to read me off these hot takes, and let's just see where this takes us. Let's get a little crazy today. All right, I like where I'm starting off with this one. This comes from I'm Ryan right now, and he says all 3 of the big juniors, Tatis, Guerrero, and Acuna, will win an MVP in their career and end up in the Hall of Fame. I'm gonna buy this. I don't even think that this is really a hot take. I think that all these guys are on career paths to be some of the best players that we've ever seen. Hall of Fame type players. They've all come up so young and have had such incredible production at a young age that they're gonna be running through the history books as long as they stay healthy and maintain the success that they've had at such a young age. I mean, a guy like Ronald Acuna Jr. is hitting like 35 home runs a year, and he's only what, like 22, 23 years old. Vlad Jr. is a baby as well. Tatis, I mean, these guys are all under 25 and are doing things that a lot of veterans wish they could do, and they're doing it at a young age. When you come up that young, you have the ability to accumulate these counting numbers at super fast rates. All these guys, I think, will win an MVP for sure. Hall of Fame, I'm also buying that. I think these guys will be some of the best players we ever see play. Thank you, Ryan, for that tweet. Here's one from LA-based report at LA-based MLB. The Giants don't make the playoffs. So if you asked me, like, at the beginning of the season, do you think the Giants are making the playoffs? I say there's no way. But right now, at the time of recording this video, they're 40-25. They have a 1-game lead on the Dodgers for the National League West, a 3-game lead on the Padres. They're at least going to be a wild card team. I think it's super unlikely that the Giants don't make the playoffs right now. They would need a massive collapse. They're 15 games over 500 right now. Even if they play 500 baseball the rest of the season, which is like basically what you could expect from this team, they're still going to finish 15 games above 500. That's a playoff team any way you slice it. So I'm going to sell this one. I wouldn't have sold it at the beginning of the year because I just didn't think they were that good, but this team continues to surprise me day in and day out, and they're getting elite production from all their players. Kingston Jones going a little bit of the prospect route here at Kingston Jones 23. Asa Lacy, you can look at his stats this year and how much he's getting hit. Will never reach the majors. I know it's his first year and only 60 games, but he's getting slapped all around the field. I think that that's a super hot take. I'm going to sell that one. Asa Lacy was what, a top 5 pick in the MLB draft by the Kansas City Royals. If not top 5, I think he was top 10. He was one of my favorite pitchers coming out of the draft. A big left-handed arm with some power stuff and filthy pitches. The thing with big pitchers, especially guys who don't have the control necessarily like Lacy did coming out of college, they're going to be a little bit more of projects. But I think to say that he's not going to make the majors is crazy. If you wanted to say that you didn't think he's going to be a Cy Young caliber pitcher, I could buy that. Maybe even an all-star. But he's someone I'm super high on, someone a lot of scouts are super high on. He's got too good of stuff to fail, barring any sort of injury. So I'm going to sell this take as well. Speaking of which, little plug here. This time next week, I'll be in North Carolina at the MLB Draft Combine. So if you guys want to see any of that content coming out, of course, subscribe to the YouTube channel, but also follow me on Instagram, TikTok, Twitter. Going to be dropping a lot of stuff there next week. Michael Wallace at Michael02307533. What a username. I guess all the other ones were taken. Yankees continue the downward spiral and become sellers at the deadline to get below the tax threshold. Let me answer this question. I don't think the Yankees continue to go on a downward spiral. They are simply too good to be a bad team like they've been playing. They're gonna, if anything, I think, be buyers at the deadline. Brian Cashman and Aaron Boone are going to be fighting for their job. These are guys who are going to be on the hot seat. If the Yankees don't make the playoffs, those guys are fired. So they're going to try to do everything in their power to get the players that they need in order for that team to be successful. You can look at guys like Max Scherzer, Trevor Story, Ketel Marte, David Peralta. Anybody who's available on the market that can help the Yankees win, I fully expect them to be interested, especially with the injury to Severino. Tyone hasn't looked as good as you've hoped. This team has issues. They're not bad. Are they playing bad baseball right now? Yes, but to continue the downward spiral and get below the tax threshold, super unlikely. I think there's just no way. They would have to be playing such bad baseball. They would have had to fire Cashman and Boone already, I think. So Yankee fans, I love to rile you up, but there's nothing to rile up about. Relax. It's okay. All right, this one hits home. It's talking about the catcher for Los Angeles Angels. Elijah Moore fandom at Joey Gallo GOAT. Max Stassi is a top 5 catcher in baseball, even if he cools off significantly. So yeah, he's been going crazy since I made the video about him being below average. In hindsight, okay, I was a little harsh. He's probably not a below average catcher, but I don't think that you can start saying he's a top 5 catcher based on how he played over a week. Yes, it was a really, really good week, but James McCann's been playing good for like the last 2 weeks, and there's nobody saying he's one of the top 5 catchers in baseball, not even myself, who's a biased Mets fan. So no, I don't believe it. Max Stassi's better than clearly I gave him credit for. I'll admit that straight up. I looked deeper into the numbers. I was an idiot. I just looked like at the absolute surface, didn't dig deep enough. He's a pretty solid player behind the dish, but to say top 5 catcher, even if he cools off, I'm selling that 1,000%. No way. Okay, this one comes from Chance Horton at Chance Horton. There we go. There's the username. Cardinals trade for Scherzer at the deadline and will run away with the Central in the second half. I am going to buy one part of it, sell the other. I buy the idea that the Cardinals trade for Max Scherzer. I think that they have guys in the minor league system. They've shown that they're going to go out and get players that they want. They traded for Arenado and Goldschmidt in the last 3 years. They need another really good starting pitcher there to join Jack Flaherty. The bullpen's strong. They have a pretty good team, but they're missing something. And I think that guy could be Max Scherzer. In my video yesterday or 2 days ago talking about trade deadline players that could be moved, I put Scherzer to the Cardinals in the thumbnail for a good reason. There's a legitimate chance that happens, so I buy that. Run away with the Central? I disagree. The Brewers are running away right now. I think the Cubs are starting to fall a little bit more back to earth. I think the Cardinals can compete for a playoff spot, but if they want to have a chance at legitimately taking it, they have to get a guy like Max Scherzer. The Ice Cobra 2709 comes at me with a hot take here. Matt Olsen is a top 3 first baseman in baseball right now. Got Freddie Freeman, you got Vlad Guerrero Jr., you got Jose Abreu. I could very much put Matt Olsen in that top 3 category. I'll buy it. Right now, he is playing like one of the best 3 first basemen. Max Muncy's also going to give him a run for his money. I'll buy this take because he's sick defensively, and at the plate, he has cut down the strikeouts, which has always been a huge thing for Matt Olsen, as well as his health. He seems healthy. He's playing good baseball. He's having a monster season. So I'm going to buy Matt Olsen as a top 3 first baseman in baseball. I at least buy the idea that there's a chance that he is. I don't think it's insane, so that's why I'm saying buy. I don't necessarily think it's a guarantee, but I don't think it's insane. Here's one about my New York Mets from Brian S. at B. Sandenwasser. Okay. deGrom is the best pitcher of all time if he retired today. I love Jacob deGrom. I think he's disgusting. I think he's the best pitcher that I've ever watched pitch. But do I think he's the best pitcher of all time if he retired today? No. I think that there's some guys that still get the nod over him. I think he's showing us one of the best periods a pitcher has ever had in any point in Major League Baseball history. I think he's having one of the best seasons yet that we've ever seen to start. But to say that if he retired right now, he's the best pitcher of all time, I'm going to sell that. Love me some Jacob deGrom. In order to get to that upper echelon, he's got to do it for a few more years. He's very Koufaxian right now. He's had a very short dominant prime that can put him into that conversation, but you got to do it for a little bit longer in order to be considered the actual absolute best. Zachary Goldstein at Zachary Goldsteff 4. Cedric Mullins is the most underrated player this season. I'm going to buy this take as well. Cedric Mullins is having a fantastic year offensively, an OPS hovering around 900. He drop switch hitting, and it has been a godsend for his career. He's been absolutely filthy. This guy arguably should be a starter for the American League in the All-Star game, and I don't think he was even top 8 or even top 10. I think he was number 10 maybe. He is way too far down the list. He is not even a top 5 guy right now for the outfield, and he is having an incredible year. Without a doubt, should be top 5 for the outfield. He should be an all-star, arguably the starter. I know Mike Trout and Byron Buxton get the love right now, but 1, those guys probably aren't going to play, and 2, Cedric Mullins is having an incredible season. I think he deserves it. I like that take, Zachary. Okay, let's look for a few more here. Thank you to everybody who tweeted at me. I really do appreciate it. All right, let's give some love to another up-and-coming MLB YouTuber. You guys should subscribe to him. Jolly Olive makes really good videos. The Angels land Matt and Max at the deadline, and Joe Adell goes to Washington in the deal. I big sell this one. 1, I don't think the Angels are going to be that aggressive at the deadline. They've had all the opportunity to get pitching in the world, and they haven't. They continue to choose guys like Jose Quintana, Alex Cobb, and I think it would be crazy for them to trade Joe Adell. I know they need pitching badly, but you don't give up Joe Adell, who has the potential to be so incredibly sick. This is a guy that people projected to be the next Mike Trout. Yes, he's never going to be that good, but that same kind of player with the tools. You can't trade him for half a season of Mad Max to maybe make the playoffs. They would have to be so on the precipice of being a team that could legitimately win a World Series. Don't know about it. Trout has to come back from the injury. This team's got a lot of issues outside of just one ace. They need an actual rotation. So I'm going to sell this one, Jolly Olive, but I did say hot takes. Make sure you guys subscribe to this channel. Really good YouTuber. And then the last one's going to come from another YouTuber, a friend of mine, Bengal YouTube, Big Game Bengal, Madden guy, NFL guy. You know him well. Subscribe to him as well if you like football content. It's the best out there. He got mad at me because I didn't include his tweet last time, so we're including him today. Fernando Tatis Jr. is a top 3 player in baseball. Buy. I buy this one. At least he's top 5 at the absolute worst. I mean, you got Mike Trout, you got Jacob deGrom, you got Fernando Tatis Jr. Mookie Betts is also in that conversation. Ronald Acuna is also in that conversation. I think that's probably the undoubtedly 5 best players right now in Major League Baseball, and I have no issue putting Fernando Tatis Jr. in the top 3. He is so incredibly good. He's doing stuff we really haven't seen before. He's leading the National League, at least he was a couple days ago, in home runs and stolen bases, something we haven't seen happen since 1930. So he's doing incredible stuff. I know he makes the errors in the field, which hurts his value overall, but if you look at the errors, they're all throwing from him trying to make too big of plays. He's actually a pretty decent fielder outside of the throws when he tries to get a little aggressive. Fernando Tatis Jr. is fantastic, and at such a young age, I don't have any problem with saying he is a top 3 player in baseball right now. I'm gonna buy this. Hot take for sure, but I think it's like warranted. He's incredible. He's so good. So that is episode number 2 of Buy or Sell. If you guys want to get involved in this series as well for yourself, make sure you follow me on Twitter at GiraffeNeckMarc and tweet at me when I ask for this stuff. Turn the notifications on so you see it. Whatever it is, I'm gonna tweet out next week about it at some point, so you'll have the opportunity to be involved. Reply to it. I'll read your hot take. We got like 700, I think, replies this time. Huge, amazing support. Thank you guys for making this series work. Thank you for showing the support. 4,000 likes, you're gonna get episode 3. Subscribe to the channel so you don't miss out on any of the content coming at you. We've been dropping fire baseball videos all month long, and they're still coming. We got draft content coming out. I'm gonna be at the combine. I'm so pumped for what I got coming at you guys. Thank you so much for the amazing support. That's where we're gonna wrap up today's video. You guys know the drill from here on out. YouTube recommends you watch this video. This is my most recent upload. Click through those if you have not yet seen them. Thank you guys for watching, and I'll see you all tomorrow for another video. Bye.